Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Saturday. Happy Saturday to you. I am in the process of getting ready. I have my, I'll tell you what I have if you haven't seen before. I have the Aveeno Baby in 50. And then with that, I use this L'Oreal Beach Bay. It's just a luminizer for face and body. And this is very white looking, so I want to add a little of that. And then I have a little bit of Milani Sun Kissed Bronzer, a little bit of Milani Tea Rose Blush. And I'm just kind of working that in, not working it in, but, trying to make it look a little better. So I'm trying to buff it. So how are you guys? Do you have something to drink? I have my black coffee. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. So I also have Milani eyeshadow primer on. Good stuff. And I also have my Wet n Wild, which is my contraption, Wet n Wild eyebrows. I have a new one of those somewhere. I need to see where so I can show you. In case this is your first time you see my video, thank you for watching, you guys. Here it is. Wet n Wild is what it looks like. Okay, and the one I use is ash brown. So that's that. My hair. I woke up this morning. I really need to fix it a little bit. We're going to go to our grandson's basketball games today. I'm just gonna stick this on top of my head. I'm glad that work is over for the week. Anyway, so I'm just gonna look like this for now. And I'm just gonna get started on my eyes. I'm going to use the Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me in translucent just to go over my eyes a little bit. So I woke up early this morning. I did take the dog out about 3:50. I guess it was almost 4. I'm kind of used to waking up early, but I did lay in bed. And to be very honest, sorry, and my nose is itching, and I think everyone's getting sick at work because when you're around the little chillins, then, they're always coughing and sneezing and swapping germs. So, you know how, my nose has been itching me lately, and I think that could be why. I don't want to get sick. But people are, the bus drivers and stuff. I'm going to use the Blushed Nudes. It is Maybelline. And I'm going to start this time with this color right here. It's kind of a light pinky color. What are you guys doing today? I have no strobing stick on yet. Are you guys working? Or are you getting stuff done that you want to get done? Something I do need to do today also is I'm going to study for my CDL, and my husband told me that he would help me study. I do better studying when I'm talking it. So I think he knows me well enough, maybe, that he could help me. I'm going to use this color now. This one, which is kind of a darker pink. Anyway, so I'm going to study a lot today. In fact, we're going to go out to lunch. I think I told you guys maybe. We're going to go out to lunch because where the games are is my favorite place to eat, which has amazing pizza and salad and soups. And we were just talking about how we'll have like a 2-hour lunch and just really, really study. But we're going to a game first. And then we'll have a break, I believe. And then we will go to the other game. We're only going to go to 2 games today. I don't know if we're going to watch my brother-in-law play pool or not today. I'm going to go ahead, instead of using the strobing stick, I'm going to use this like really whitey, kind of white. It's a little cream colored, I guess, color there for my, underneath my eyes. And I think I will use my Let It Go brush. I bought a palette of brushes. I mean, they're makeup brushes. I don't think little girls would have makeup. I mean, they would, but probably not in the makeup section. Maybe they would. I don't know. But it was Let It Go, and it was a whole set, and they're just fine, and I like it. It's cute. Oh, okay, so the white here. So I call it my Let It Go brush. It brings out the child in me. Actually, and I think I told you before I wasn't crazy about the Let It Go song at all. All right. To me, that Let It Go song goes along with the culture, society, the culture trying to pull their children away from their parents. But maybe I'm weird that way and I just think that I'm wrong. But I mean, it's little subtle things like that, years ahead, that affect our children and affect our lives and our families. And you build up all those little things, and then now all of a sudden stuff, attitudes change and feelings about family change and everything. Anyhow, so there's that. So that's what we're doing today. I'm going to the games. I'm going to put a little something underneath. I think I'll go ahead and use some of that same darker pink. It is a little bit of frostiness, so hopefully that will be all right. We didn't do anything last night. We have in our town, they do things on the first Friday of the month, which is really cool, but we don't ever do anything that way. I'm going to take this little bigger brush and I'm going to buff that, just like how we buff, like buff the eyeshadow on our lids or our bronzer. Then I found recently that it's important to do the underneath shadow as well. And I didn't really used to go all the way across so much, but I do now with a color that's maybe a little bit lighter. So that looks okay, I guess. I think I'm going to go and use this brush. This is the one I use for my crease. And I'm going to go in with this brown right here. I really like this palette. I should use it more often. I used to use it more often. You can tell I use it. I mean. So, let's see. Oh yeah, I was saying too, I don't know if we're going to go watch my brother-in-law play pool or not. I get so tired early. Like I'm in bed at 7. And part of it is not used to working outside of the home so much. And then part of it is I feel like I walk a lot at work. Even though I'm riding on a bus, there's a lot of walking. And it's all like catching my flights. That's how it feels. Like a lot of, okay, so I'm on this flight. I need to go to this gate to catch my flight. That's what it's like. And when you rush, you're like, I'm going to miss my flight. It's times like that as well. And I'm like, where's the bus? Where's the bus? Where does this particular driver like to put the bus? And then you get on and you board and you sit down and I've started kind of standing up as the bus is going. I've realized that the bus drivers like that. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use this skinny one. It's pretty thin. So they like for me to kind of ride, and any of the aides to kind of ride where you're kind of standing up and your knee is on the seat. Everyone else is buckled, but the aides, we live on the edge. So we can say, kids, knock it off, or whatever. So I got to know some of the high schoolers yesterday. It was my second time with these high school kids that have been kicked out of school. And one girl, she has had drug and alcohol troubles. And I don't know, it's really sad. She seems, I don't know, like she's still not doing very well to me. Kind of got to know her a little bit. I was going to let her use my phone, but I couldn't get to my phone because she was supposed to go to a counseling appointment for the drug and alcohol. I need to get going. Anyway, and she thought she missed her appointment. But nice little girl. I bet she's probably a freshman or a sophomore maybe. Anyway, she used another girl's phone, but that phone, she couldn't hear very well. Anyway, and then the other girl, did I talk to her very much? I talked to all of them. Like, I tried to make sure I talked to all of them. But there's two boys that were behind me, so I'm sitting. They all go, these particular kids, this particular bus is my last run of the day. And I was told it's going to be a regular one for me. All my other ones are not regular. They're different every day, which is kind of fun. I'm starting to remember what kids are with what driver. What I totally forgot about eyeliner. Anyway, where was I at? Oh, the two boys. So there's two boys, high school boys, behind me, and one of them I think seemed very. I would say, like, what are you guys gonna do this weekend? What are your plans? Pretty much all of them were gonna spend time with friends. And, you know, I tried to be encouraging. Then there was one boy that was last. And I'm just making sure a little bronzer's on there. I am going to use the Maybelline strobing stick on my nose. Anyway, I was talking to him, and I was like, what kind of, oh, he's on the inside too. What kind of a interest do you have? So, he said, I just like to walk. That's what he said. Me and my friends walk, and it's fun. And I said, ooh, that looks really bad. And I said, well, that's good that you walk, which, you know, it's not good in the sense of, you know, kids that are going the wrong path, walking around. That's no direction. That's no, you know what I mean? I didn't say that to him, but inside that's what I was thinking. And I just said, I said, well, do you have any interest? And he was like, not really. And then he goes, oh, I like photography. And I'm like, ding. Inside I'm like, yay, thank you, Lord. And I said, oh, photography. And then he was like, got a little excited. He's like, look. And he showed me pictures on his phone that he has taken of like oh shoot, I'm going to put a little bit of that. I forgot. I'm going to put a little bit of the eyeliner on. So I think I'm going to use, man, I don't know what happened to my Wet n Wild palette. Remember my Wet n Wild palette? I was looking for it yesterday and I couldn't find it. Where are you? You know, it's probably right in front of my face. Anyway, it's okay. I can use something else. I'll use the Profusion Euphoria. It has a pretty good black, except it gets all over my face. I have to extra tap it off. Anyway, I'll use that one. Oh, that one is the Retrograde. And this is Profusion Euphoria. Okay. So anyway, I looked at his pictures and stuff and just tried to be encouraging, you know. I'm like, that's so cool. And you could do a lot with photography. And I might have gone a little too far because then I was like, you know, maybe you could go old school someday. And someday you could have like a dark room. Because of what I was thinking it. Because his pictures were just kind of, you know, it's good that he's interested, but it was kind of like just normal pictures anybody would take. I was just trying to get him to be, I don't know, to have his mind open up a little bit. So I was like, maybe someday you could have a dark room. He's probably not even heard of it, a dark room, now that I think about it. He's probably, you know, 15 years old or 16 years old. I don't know how old he is. The other kid was bigger and older, I think. Anyway, and I'm like, and you could like fool around, like you could, there's all kinds of things you could do with photography. You could make your own style, like do things like put picture over picture. And anyway, I'll talk to him about it more if he wants to. I'll let him, or maybe I'll ask him about it. Did you take any pictures this weekend? And then kind of open up about it. And I don't know. One little boy who is 13, he's on a different bus, He's a middle school, kicked out of school kids, one of them. He's the one who I thought, maybe I didn't tell you guys, but he was like interested in how the bus was put together. One day he was kind of talking about like, what is this for? And what is that for? And so I'm like jumping like, oh, do you know that engineering is, you know, I want them to think out of their box. Maybe I'll put a tap right there, and I'll put a tap under here, and I can just draw that over a little bit. Just what's left on it. Anyway, you know what I mean by draw it over? Like I'll grab a little brush and kind of move that black over a little bit, but not too much. And I might do this on the top here too, because I don't want it to fall out all over me. Okay, I have fallout all over me, but it looks good. It's dark, it's black, that's okay. That's good. All right. Anyway, what I did for him one time was I printed out just a very little blurb on what engineering is. And wanted to just put that in his head, you know. You never know. Little things matter, I think. I mean, I might never ever see him again, but I just hand him this paper. I said, hey, I printed this out for you in case you're interested or you want to check this, you know. So anyway, I'm really thankful that I can do stuff like that, you know. Another little girl, she is on that same middle school bus. What was I using? I guess I'll use the lash part. She is so just all over the place. I don't know. She looks like she's probably, you know, a junior in high school, but she's only in 7th grade. She, which can be hard to be so developed. And actually, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to use so to really glob it on, I use this, and it is great. And it keeps, that was, Lash Paradise. And it does allow me to keep the lashes moving all day if I want to put more on or what have you. But I do really like the Maybelline Sky High as far as it does not glob it on so much. So, not that you want it globbed, because you don't, but you know what I mean? Like, oh, and then you can do that. That's always fun. Her and I were alone. She was like the last one to get off the bus, I think. Or maybe there was a couple people ahead of her. Anyway, she really normally she's in the back and she's loud, and normally there's a boy there with her, and she really talks to him a lot and doesn't really pay attention, and they're loud together. I'm gonna use a little bit of that powder right there for a second, and I'm gonna just go over that. Look at that. Can you imagine? So I have to kind of put some more eyeshadow there. I know people wait until it dries and they flake it off. Well, that doesn't work for me. So anyway, she opened up and was talking about how she is a singer. And I've done a little singing in my past. And so I was like, really? Me too. And she was in choir. And I thought that was cool. I'll tell you, 100%, every single one of these kids that has been kicked out of school have parents that are drug addicts or, you know, a lot of them say, my mom hates me. My mom, you know, who knows what's going on. But most of them they have a mom, and it seems to be mostly moms in the cases of the children that I've seen that are having trouble with drugs. Anyway, so I just want you guys to know that we're working on it. Maybe we can help these children a little bit. I don't know. Sometimes it just takes one person and a little bit of something. I think when I handed that boy, it was a half sheet of paper because it was such a short blurb on different engineering and how you it talked about roller coasters, or just it was just really super, super short. But something I thought that it wasn't over the top for him. It wouldn't overwhelm him. It might be something that plants a seed. I think he was probably like, oh, like he didn't even say anything back to me. So he might just throw it away. I don't know. Anyway, that's what's happening in my life. So that's why I'm talking about the bus. I'm going to go now. We're going to need to leave. And yeah, I might look like this today. I don't know if I'm going to have time to do anything to my hair. And sometimes you can wear it straight. You know what I mean? I'll try and comb it a little better. So I'll put some lipstick on after, if you're new here. I don't like to have lipstick on while I drink or eat. I know, that's weird. I want to get some really good coffee that tastes good black, that I'm like, ooh, this is good. Still not as good as, still not as good as if you put cream in it. But, let me tell you something. So I've had a doctor tell me, he was a naturopath, did a bunch of testing on me years ago. And he told me, to stay away from dairy. Well, I love dairy. And I've found that cheese doesn't seem so bad, but milk, or cream, if I put cream in my coffee, yeah, it doesn't do well with my stomach and stuff. So I bought oat milk at the store because I don't like almond milk. I do like cashew milk. I actually made that myself before and it was good and everything, but I wanted something easy. I don't want to make it myself and have to strain it and all that kind of stuff. So I did buy oat milk at the store, and I'm not having it in the morning because if I'm doing intermittent fasting, then I don't want to have anything in it. But I did have some later in the day, the other day. It was so good. To me, it was like no different than than cream. So if you've never tried oat milk and you don't like almond milk and you don't like soy milk, don't mean to make fun of soy, but I don't think I've ever had soy milk. It just sounds horrible to me. It's probably good. It's probably really delish. I just have never had it. Anyway, I gotta go. I will be thinking of you, and I will see you very, very soon. And I hope you have an awesome, awesome day. Keep focused if you can. Keep going if you can. I have not read yet today, so I'm going to get off right now and do it because I've got to. That's number one. All right. Bye, you guys.